Aubrey, I heard the big news. Is it true that my parents are really going to move in with you?
Hey there, Harriet. Yeah, it seems like that's what's happening. They're planning on moving in about 6 months from now.
I see, but that must mean that your new house is coming along well then, right? You must be so excited for that.
I guess so, but was there something about that you wanted to talk about?
No, not really. I'm just saying that things must be going really, really well for you in life to be doing all of this, right?
Well, sometimes I don't feel that way.
I know, but you're doing well enough to be living with my parents, right? I don't know about you, but I would just hate to have to live with my in-laws. I'm impressed that you're letting my parents in with you so easily.
Yeah, well, your feelings are very understandable as well, though. It takes all kinds, and I'm just happy to help in any way that I can. And besides, your parents aren't so bad. I get along with them well, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to having them around.
So I guess you still haven't really figured it out then, huh? Sure, my parents might seem nice when you get to visit them, but they are just the worst to live with. Trust me, you will see what I mean. But they fight at home all of the time.
Sure. But it's not like I'm expecting everything to go 100% smoothly. I'm sure that we'll have plenty of disagreements now and then, too.
You really are a glass-half-full type person, aren't you, Aubrey? I would divorce my husband in a heartbeat if he even suggested that his parents come and live with us. Speaking of my Eric, he's been just so awful to me lately. Want to hear about it?
Did something happen between the two of you?
Well, you know how I'm always working so hard to make sure that our son is being raised right? Eric told me that he didn't think I was doing enough around the house, even though he knows how busy I am with little Sam. Isn't that just horrible? I mean, I am doing all that I can for this family, and it's never enough for him.
Yeah, I imagine you must have had your hands quite full already with Sam. I mean, he's only 3 years old. It's not like you can really take your eyes off of him that long. I don't think I'd like being told that I wasn't doing enough around the house either, to be honest.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? I mean, you don't even have kids, and even you can understand where I'm coming from. I just don't get why Eric can't see things from my point of view. I mean, the whole reason the house gets so messy is because of Sam. But he still blames me when the place isn't spotless when he gets back from work. He thinks he knows much better than me, and it just makes my head spin.
Well, have you ever considered asking Eric to do a little more in terms of taking care of your kid? I mean, maybe he could take Sam off your hands now and then and help you out that way. I have friends that are pretty good at splitting the housework and childcare between them and their partners, and they said it helps a lot.
Yeah, we're already doing that, though. Eric already does watch Sam on his days off.
Oh, I see. And he still doesn't think that you have your hands full dealing with him?
I have no idea what that man is thinking. I mean, I see that he watched Sam, but he just sits in the same room with him while he plays on his phone. So I guess we just have different understandings of what the phrase "take care of" means.
Maybe you should really sit Eric down and tell him how you feel about all of this. I mean, it sounds like he might just be really exhausted from work. Maybe you two should discuss how you both feel about all of this.
Are you really trying to take Eric's side in this after all that I've just said to you?
Wait, what? No, I'm not trying to take anyone's side at all. I was just saying that as husband and wife, it might be good to tell each other how you feel.
And just what would that accomplish, huh? I knew I shouldn't have even brought this up with you. You don't even have kids, so what would you know? Whatever, just forget I even ever mentioned this. Got it?
I'm really sorry that I said something wrong. I was only trying to help.
If you really want to help, then you could take Sam off my hands for a while. I mean, it's not like you ever leave the house anyways, right? It shouldn't be an issue for you.
I am in the house most of the day, yes. But I work from home, and so I'm actually quite busy. I really don't think I could take him.
But you could just keep an eye on him in the house, right? I think it'll be fine. Just put the tablet in front of him, turn on some videos, and it'll all be okay. I mean, you're only working from home. The work can't actually be that hard.
Harriet, I just really don't think I would feel okay taking my eyes off of Sam to do my work if he was here.
Please, Aubrey, I really need this. You don't understand. Anytime I ask my mom for help with Sam, she always has some excuse for why she'll be busy, ready to go. You're the only person that I can come to about this.
Well, maybe I could look after Sam sometimes, but not all the time.
Great, thank you so much. I'll bring Sam over tomorrow around noon then, okay?
Hey, Harriet, I was just curious about when you were going to come and pick up Sam.
Oh yeah, sorry. I won't be able to make it to your place today. Maybe you could just watch him for me just a little bit longer.
And just how much longer is a little longer going to be?
I don't know. I don't really have time to think about that right now. Sorry.
What do you mean? Is something going on? Why is it that you can't come and get Sam?
Well, the thing is that I'm thinking of leaving Eric.
You want to divorce Eric? What happened between you two?
I just can't stand living with him anymore. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure that he's cheating on me with another woman.
Wow, that's so horrible. I know that I've only met Eric a few times, but he always seemed like a stand-up guy. I never imagined that he would have it in him to do something like that.
I know, but those guys are exactly the kind you have to be careful of when it comes to cheating. And things have just been getting so tough for me that I can't think of anything that would work but divorce. I want to make him pay for betraying me like this.
That's awful. But do you have proof of his cheating that you could use in a court case if you wanted to charge him for cheating?
I'm actually working on gathering that right now.
Oh, so you don't have proof of what he's doing? Then, do you mind if I ask what makes you think he's cheating on you?
Well, he told me that he wanted to get a divorce. I can't think of any other reason he would want to leave me unless he was cheating.
Yeah. I wonder about that.
So anyways, that's what's going on over here, and why I need you to look after Sam for a little while longer.
I see. Have you mentioned any of this to your mom at all? Maybe she might be able to help you.
I haven't told her anything about this yet, so don't go mentioning anything to her, okay? Also, Eric told me that he is going to challenge me for custody of Sam, so don't give Sam to him no matter what he says.
Maybe I should mention this to your brother. He also wants to know why we've been watching your son for so long.
You can tell him that. Just make sure that Mom doesn't find out at all, okay? I need this to be a tight secret until I get the proof that I need.
Sure thing. But are you sure that this is what's best for Sam? Leaving him here with me like this?
You think that I want to stay with a husband who wants to leave me? I can't stand him and he can't stand me. He thinks he can just stab me in the back like this? Oh, Aubrey, it really is so hard when you have a kid. There are some times I wish that Sam was never born.
Hey now, Harriet. I don't think it's fair for you to put this on Sam. It's not like he did anything wrong.
You just don't get it, though. You have no idea how hard it's going to be to remarry with a kid.
I suppose so. But if that's what you're most worried about, then why not let Eric take Sam?
Because if he does that, then I wouldn't be able to squeeze Eric for child support. If anything, I would have to pay him, and that's not how this is going to work.
Right. Well, as long as you're doing this all for the good of Sam.
And just who do you think you are to say that to me, huh? You don't even have kids of your own, and you're going to tell me what to do and don't need to be doing? You have no idea what it's like to be a mom going through a divorce.
I'm sorry, Harriet. I really wasn't trying to tell you what to do at all. I just worry about how this is all going to affect Sam.
Well, that's for me to worry about, so don't you sweat it. Your job is to keep Sam from me and stay out of my way. Got it? Tell that to my brother, too. Hey, Aubrey, you there? I was just wondering if you all had moved into your new place yet.
Hey there, Harriet. Yeah, we're working on it. Our stuff is arriving in boxes, and we're working on all of the unpacking right now.
Well, you might need to make sure that you have an extra room while you're doing all that.
What do you mean? Why would we do that?
Because it's official. Eric and I are getting divorced. We're still figuring out who is going to get custody of Sam, though. But I really can't see him getting it, if I'm being honest.
Oh, I see. So you're officially calling it then?
That's right. And I was thinking of moving back in with my parents after this, since I wouldn't be able to watch Sam all by myself. And since they're going to be living with you, that means you need to leave to make room for me.
Wait, what? I feel you skipped a couple of steps there. Why on earth would I move out of here?
Now, Aubrey, I wouldn't expect you to understand how hard it is to be a single mother. But you need to understand the importances of making sacrifices for family. I know that you're living with my parents, but I'm their real daughter, and I take precedence over you. Especially since I have a kid. That's why you need to move out, so that I can move in and take care of Sam. So actually, it's better that you don't even bother unpacking your bags and just keep on moving until you find a new place.
I'm a bit confused. Do you think that it's your parents who are letting us live with them?
I think that's exactly what's going on, and now that their daughter is coming home, you need to leave.
You do know that we're not living in your parents' house and that they sold it already, right?
Don't be silly, Aubrey. I know that they sold their last house, but I'm talking about their house that you're moving into now. That brand new house that my parents are living in. You can't just pretend like it's yours now, you know.
I'm not faking anything. This house doesn't belong to your parents, it belongs to me. I paid for it, and we're letting your parents stay with us.
You're telling me that you put up the money to build that new house? You don't honestly expect me to believe that, do you?
If you don't believe me, why not try asking your parents about it yourself?
Are you kidding me? Is the house really yours? I thought that my parents gave you the money for it.
Well, they didn't, and yes, it is mine.
I don't believe this. It's ridiculous.
Well, I'm afraid it doesn't really matter whether or not you believe me. But just know that I'm afraid there won't be any room for you to live here with us. And this isn't your parents' house, so you can't just ask Michael and I to move out for you.
Hold on a second. I just asked my mom, and she says that the house is really yours. I thought that you were just being a freeloader and leeching off of my parents this whole time.
Right, well, that was not the case at all. As for your divorce, I'm sorry that's happening, but you'll have to find somewhere else to live. Anyways, we have to get back to unpacking things here.
Wait just a second. What about Sam? He's still there with you, right? You're just going to leave me without a house and run off with my kid? You can't do that. Answer me right now, Aubrey. Aubrey, please. I need your help. I don't have much time. I tried going to your house, but no one was answering the door. Please, can't we just talk about this? I'm begging you here.
Harriet, you do realize what you did, don't you?
Of course I do.
So then you know why no one is going to be letting you into this house, don't you?
But we're family. You can't do this to me. Please, I don't have anywhere else that I can go. I need your help.
I mean, not only were you cheating on your husband, but you barely even took care of Sam. Instead, you just tried to get us all to blame Eric and even threatened to accuse him of cheating so that you could get money from him. Do you really think that we're going to let you in after all of that?
But I needed help. There was no way that I was going to be able to take care of Sam all by myself. I mean, if not me, you at least need to think about what's going to happen to Sam, right?
We were legally obligated to return him to you. But you do realize that there hasn't been a final decision about custody, right?
But the mom always gets custody of the kid. That's just how it goes. I see people talking about it online all the time. The dad almost never wins these kinds of things.
Perhaps, but I think that's only if the mother can prove that she takes care of the child well. You, on the other hand, I just can't see this going well for you is all. I mean, you even went to as far as to call the person you were cheating with over to your house. Not only that, but you neglected Sam and left him in our care for way longer than what was okay.
But I explained to you why I needed you to look over him. I was busy getting ready for the divorce.
But it was a divorce where you were the cheater. You told us that Eric was cheating on you, but it was the opposite. Instead, you used us to look over Sam so that you could scheme and keep your affair behind Eric's back.
Look, I'm really sorry that I lied to you, but that's all behind me now. Please, I don't know how I'm supposed to go on after this divorce. You do know that Eric is suing me for having the affair, right? I just don't know how I'm going to take care of Sam like this.
Well, I don't think that you'll have to worry about that, given Eric is probably going to end up with custody of Sam. So he'll take him off your hands and you can handle your own problems.
But that's only going to be temporary. I just know that once I'm back on my feet, that the court is going to hand over custody to me.
And just what makes you think that that's going to happen? I mean, you've proven to be a terrible mother for Sam. I know that it's the women who usually end up with custody, but I just can't see any responsible judge granting it to you. And given just how much time Michael and I were watching Sam, I just want you to know that we're going to be testifying in favor of Eric getting custody.
How could you do this to me? I thought that we were friends, but you're just betraying me. How could you take Eric's side over mine?
When it comes to this, it is not about taking sides for me at all. The only thing that I care about at all is that Sam ends up in a situation where he's going to be taken care of. That is clearly not with you, so we're going to support Eric, that's all.
Please, you can't do this to me. I really am sorry. I'm sorry about the cheating and lying and all of it. But it wasn't even like it was a serious affair. It's not like I loved the guy that I was seeing. Eric just blew it all out of proportion when he caught us.
Do you even want me to pretend like any of what you said has any value at all? Did you think that was going to change my mind? The point is that you cheated and neglected your child. Nothing is going to change that. And that's why everyone is so upset with you.
But I promise that I really am sorry about what I did.
Great, you can be as sorry as you like. But there are legal processes that are about to unfold as a result of your actions. In the end, you and Eric are getting a divorce and someone is going to end up with Sam. You told me yourself that the only reason you wanted Sam was to get child support money from Eric, but that you wished that you didn't have him otherwise. You think I could ever support you having Sam after you said something like that?
Please, I didn't really mean that. I was just so frustrated, and I wasn't thinking at all.
Be that as it may, we're not going to be letting you in, and that is final. Your brother, your parents, and I have all talked, and we agreed that this is the line we're taking. So please, just leave us alone and accept what comes to you.
But Eric is trying to kick me out of the house. He says that I have to be gone by the end of the week. Where am I supposed to go?
That really isn't my problem at all.
But my parents are against me. My brother is against me. I have no one. Please, can't I just stay with you until I get back on my 2 feet?
No, we've already agreed that you aren't welcome here, and nothing is going to change that. Please stop trying to make yourself the victim here.
Why are you trying to take out your grudge against me like this?
What grudge? What are you talking about this time?
Well, I know that you've been taking fertility treatments because you haven't been able to get pregnant. So you've always been jealous that I was able to have Sam. That's why you hate me so much, right?
First of all, I never hated you because you had Sam. But I do certainly hate you now that I realize just how much you took him for granted. Second of all, those fertility treatments paid off because I'm pregnant now. I'm already 5 months into my pregnancy. I can't believe that you would even say something like that to me.
No, that can't be right. This isn't fair. Why do you get pregnant as my child is taken away from me?
If you want the answer to the second part of that question, you only have yourself to blame. You need to learn that your actions have consequences and that you brought this upon yourself. After that, the divorce process concluded and Eric was given full custody of Sam without any chance of appeal. Harriet also had to pay hefty legal fines as a result of the infidelity suit. On top of all of that, she was also ordered to pay child support to Eric. Harriet complained to the court that she didn't have any job and wouldn't be able to pay any of the fees. But her parents arranged for the family friend of Harriet to work in a hotel the friend managed. In the end, her parents weren't able to cut her out of their lives like they wanted, and instead had to watch her very closely at her new job. Even so, they refused to house her, and Harriet now lives in a tiny apartment where she goes to and from work, living on a shoestring budget as she pays for what she did.